Hi, I'm John Hornick. Welcome to my Impress Your Date series. My take on the rustic fisherman stew called Cioppino is sure to impress your date. The name is Italian, but it's not from Italy. The legend is that it was invented by Italian immigrant fishermen in San Francisco. It was kind of a potluck stew. The fishermen contributed what they caught. To impress your date, please feel free to change up the fish and shellfish and make it more or less spicy to your date's taste. So let's start cooking. Now the first step in making our Cioppino is to sweat the sofrito. Now the sofrito is the onions, the celery, and the carrots. I get all of them, I don't like to waste any. And then we're going to add to that the bay leaf and the oregano, also the red pepper flakes, and the anchovy paste, okay? And some pepper. Now, we did not add salt. Why didn't we add salt? Because we added the anchovy paste, and that has a lot of salt. Okay, so the anchovy paste is adding flavor, and it's serving as the salt. So we're going to stir these up, get them coated with the olive oil. There's about 2 tablespoons of olive oil in the pan here. I'm going to get them coated, and we're going to sweat them, which means until they become translucent. If you take my course, Chef's Apprentice, Learning to Cook Like a Pro, one small plate at a time, you'll learn all these techniques. But you don't have to take the course just to make this recipe. Okay, so we're going to let that sweat until all of these vegetables are translucent. Okay, it looks like our vegetables are nice and translucent. We're going to add the garlic, okay? Garlic burns easy and fast, so we want to stir it up and keep an eye on it. The best thing to do really is just to stir it slowly for about a minute. Now, why slowly? If you stir it too fast, the garlic doesn't have a chance to come in contact with the pan as much, and also stirring it cools it. All right, so we want to stir it slowly, giving the garlic some time to cook with the sofrito and in the pan. We're going to stir it for a little bit longer, 30 seconds more. Okay, now it's time to add the tomato paste, the double concentrate tomato paste, that is, and the miso. Now you might think, oh, Cioppino is an Italian dish. Why are we adding Japanese miso to it? Okay, well, one, Cioppino isn't really, it's not really from Italy. It's actually from San Francisco. As I was saying before, I had a little technical problem. Cioppino isn't really an Italian dish. It's said to have been created in San Francisco by Italian immigrants, okay? So it's not, strictly speaking, an Italian dish. So I can add whatever I want to it. Secondly, miso adds a lot of flavor. It adds umami, okay? So we're going for flavor here. There's no really official recipe for Cioppino. It really was kind of a dish that was created by fishermen using whatever they had, okay? They all contributed things, so they made it with whatever they had. Now we're going to add the red wine, and I want to reduce that wine by about half. This pan's pretty hot, so it's happening pretty quickly. I'm going to turn down the heat a little bit. I had it probably a little bit more than medium. Okay. Okay, that's reduced. Okay, now let's add our tomatoes. And also the juice of the tomatoes. And the chicken stock. Actually, I'm sorry, it's shrimp stock. You can use chicken stock, but I'm using shrimp stock tonight. And I have video on my in my Chef's Apprentice channel that tells you how to make any kind of stock, and also on my website, which is www.chefsapprentice.com. All right, now we're going to let that come to a boil And we're gonna let it reduce just a little bit. Okay, so we've been letting this cook for probably about, I'd say 3 or 4 minutes, okay? And now what we want to do is adjust the seasoning. That means basically taste it, see if it needs more salt. I'm going to add just a little bit more salt and a little bit more pepper. Stir it up and taste it again. Perfect. You can just barely taste the salt coming through. That's what you want. Now I'm going to reduce the heat down to low. Then we're going to add the seasoned fish and shellfish. And then we're going to add the canned clams and clam juice. I'm going to stir that up. Make sure I get it all in there. Stir that up. And then we're going to cover it and cook it for only about 5 minutes. Why such a short time? Well, we want the fish to cook through, but we don't want it to start falling apart, okay? So we're going to let that cook for about 5 minutes. Okay, we had our Cioppino cooking for about 5 minutes. I want to find the bay leaf, okay? You always want to take the bay leaf out. You do not want to serve the bay leaf. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. Sometimes it takes a little while to find it. All right, now it's time to plate up. Move this to the side. Bring in our board. There's our bay leaves that we took out of there. All right. Now, of course, we're plating up for 2 people, but I'm just going to plate up 1. I always try to get a good mixture of the goodies, okay? So that's here, that would be the tomatoes, the shrimp, the scallops, and the fish, all right? There, beautiful. Maybe just a little bit more. We have enough for... May have some leftovers, actually. All right, then we want to garnish with a little bit of parsley, freshly ground parsley. I'm sorry, freshly chopped parsley. And with the scallions, the green and white part of the scallions. A sprig of rosemary. And then whatever bread you're using. I'm using the brioche rolls from Whole Foods, which I think are really great, very tasty. Okay, that is the conclusion of Impress Your Date, making Cioppino. You can see photos of the final dish at my Instagram, which is @ChefsApprentice, Cook Like a Pro. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, and have a great date!